diamonds connect with my vision. I've got to get back to work.
Well, this is basically me after I saw the numbers on my last 2 Dalmatian Street videos. Now if I only had the time to actually do as many videos as I would like to do. Doggy Da Vinci, so far one of my favorite episodes. Maybe it's because I have a thing for creative types, and I somewhat consider myself one, even if I'm lazy. Well, that and maybe a bit of confirmation bias. You see, out of all puppies, Da Vinci has my favorite design. I mean, just look at her, she's adorable. Though because of the name Da Vinci I thought she was a boy. You would think that Sacred Order taught me better. And guess which anime I'm gonna watch this season? If your answer was Ascendance of the Bookworm, you were right. What do you mean I'm going off topic? Anyway, I basically loved Da Vinci from the moment I saw her, so I was really looking forward to this episode, and in my opinion it didn't disappoint. So the episode begins with Dolly and a bunch of other pups playing on a trampoline in a way that certainly can't be safe, and they manage to destroy a wall in that manner.
There's a hole!
Don't think of it as a hole so much as a surprise window.
Yeah, or a massive construction bill.
Frankly, I'm more surprised that it didn't end up like that one episode with The Simpsons. Now Snowball comes around as a human wants to sell a t-shirt at Camden Market apparently. For those who know nothing about London, Camden Market is a pretty popular tourist spot. People go there to sell art, self-designed clothes, and so on. It has quite a history, and if you go to London, I would definitely recommend to check it out. Even if you aren't really interested in buying anything, I think the atmosphere alone is rather unique. Now, I think they never specify in this episode that they actually go to Camden Market, but since Snowball and her human are selling custom t-shirts at the market in Camden Town, I think that's a pretty safe assumption to make. So Da Vinci shows up to paint Trippy in their misery as they are sick and therefore can't take any jobs to pay for the repairment of the wall. So Dimitri stumble over Da Vinci's paint and fall into the t-shirts of Snowball's human, and Vinci saves the load of t-shirts by turning the random splashes into art. And wouldn't you know it, the hipsters that go to Camden Market love it and buy the entire stock of shirts, and Snowball brings a good chunk of the money her human earns this way to the Dalmatians and asks them to produce more. Da Vinci's at first thrilled that the humans love her stuff, but she slowly gets burnt out.
Can't I do something different now?
Yeah, they just want this. Lots more of this. Exactly the same.
But the same is starting to hurt my soul.
Yeah, I think most artists can relate to this one. I mean, what does creative even mean? Coming up with original ideas, so doing the same over and over again, even if it was originally an original, is kinda the opposite of that. Artists want to branch out and try new things, otherwise their work quickly becomes a chore. It is a problem I often notice among fan artists. I know quite a few people in the MLP fandom that burned out after years of only doing pony art, but they feel forced to continue doing so as their non-pony stuff barely gets any attention. Heck, I feel the same sometimes. I started out doing videos about ponies and rarely got to talk about anything else, cause every video that wasn't pony related felt like a waste of time as it didn't get as many views. But now that I started to talk about Dalmatian Street and got a lot of positive feedback from you guys to the point that my Dalmatian Street stuff actually outperforms my My Little Pony stuff, I tell you it's a great feeling. I feel far more motivated to work on videos than I have been in months. Though funny thing is that the first video on the channel is the MLP review that dealt with pretty much the same topic. I would tell you to watch it, but yeah, the quality is bad, so how about you watch my Amphibia review instead, cause that one deserves more views. Hey, keep out of my Dalmatian Street videos, you stupid fox! Anyway, basically Da Vinci has to deal with everything at once. Dylan wants to push her with art studies, Dolly on the other hand thinks that it's just some splashes and takes no effort at all, and Snowball is pressing to do the same thing over and over again, and not only that, she also lets slip that everyone thinks that some human does the art.
Wait, mystery artist?
Yeah, Stanisław thinks human makes all of these.
But I made it!
Who cares? You're getting paid!
Yep, to splat.
Nope, to study.
Credit your artist, people. Look into the video description below for further details who made my art assets. And I think most artists have to deal with this stuff a lot. Dylan is maybe not the worst offender as he is trying to be supportive, but he sort of pressures Da Vinci to study and become better. making her feel like she is not good enough. Dolly thinks that art is easy and not real work, making Da Vinci's efforts feel unappreciated, and Snowball's the one who thinks that it doesn't matter that Da Vinci isn't getting any credit for her art as long as she gets paid, more or less telling her that she doesn't deserve the recognition. Let me know if you can relate to any of these things. So Da Vinci makes a run for it while Dylan and Dolly fight over what she should do next, and does what many artists like to do in this situation. Vent art.
That on toilet roll covers. Wow, that's amazing.
Well, that wall painting over there attracts some humans that put 2 and 2 together and guess that Da Vinci did the artwork. And now she is getting way more attention than she likes. No, this doesn't necessarily apply to all artists, but a good chunk of those I know are rather introverted, so getting this much attention can be very hard for them to handle, which of course brings up a weird paradox. Da Vinci wants to be recognized for her work, but she doesn't like being in the spotlight. Well, and this is where the episode gets rather trippy. Da Vinci anxiety makes you perceive the world around her rather distorted. All these humans that take photos of her are just scary. She runs away and things just get weirder from there on. And they throw in like all of the art references. I mean, I know some of them, I just don't know the names and I'm too lazy to look it up, but just let's say the visuals in this episode are very impressive. Now Dolly and Dylan don't immediately notice that Da Vinci is gone until...
Any good news?
Da Vinci broke the internet!
Cool, but how'd she do that when she's right here?
Oh. Okay, team. We've got to keep the production line going. How hard can it be? Kibbles!
Yeah, I think this scene is very important to highlight, in particular in regards Dolly's more dismissive attitude that all Da Vinci does is some splashing, which is apparently shared by Dawkins. Art is more than that. You need to have a creative spirit, patience and practice. It's actual work, and you need to know what you're doing. Anyway, Dolly and Dylan look for Da Vinci, and in the end, save Da Vinci from the mob and her inner demons as well, as they are portrayed as a saving light in the darkness.
We're sorry, Da Vinci.
We pushed you too hard.
Does this mean I don't have to paint any more t-shirts?
Toilet roll covers, maybe.
Dolly.
And as a final apology, they show her the repaired wall and say that she can use it for paintings, which makes this precious pup very happy as she can be creative without any pressure, giving us a very sweet, happy ending. If it wasn't for the stinger revealing that Hunter managed to track the Dalmatians down. Yeah, thanks to the commotion surrounding this Doggy Da Vinci, he got wind of it and tried to track Da Vinci down himself, taking a rather active role in this trippy chase sequence. So the story surprisingly ties into the overarching story of the season, directly leading into the events of London We Have a Problem. And I guess this is a good point to wrap things up. Doggy Da Vinci is, like I said, one of my favorite episodes of this season so far. First of all, it puts Da Vinci in the spotlight and I think she is just precious. So of course I very much like that. I think we need overall more episodes that focus on other pups than Dylan or Dolly. Looking forward to our eventual Dante episode, by the way. And I think this episode captures the struggle of being an artist very well. And I would basically recommend every artist to watch this episode. It just seems very relatable, with some good character drama, and god, I love the visual style of this episode. They really put a lot of effort into that chase scene, and I think that deserves some recognition. But what about you? Did you like this episode? Anything that bothered you? Which puppy should get an episode next? Let me know in the comments below. I am Dagger, and I hope you guys stay creative.
Sly as a fox, you got me under your spell. But you know I'll never tell that I know you know so well.